I was trying everything.
Yeah.
If I shouted, it didn't work. If I talked in a calm way, it didn't work. If I tried was there a way I didn't try? Sit you down, put you in my lap.
Daddy's lap.
Yeah, in daddy's lap. Hey, baby, look. Yeah, I tried everything. What did you see that changed in me?
Your attitude. Your mind is more open.
Do you ever think that the reason I changed is because I gained respect for you?
I think so.
I didn't respect your work ethic. I didn't respect. It was hard. It was hard to respect how you got down. What is up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to Richie Rich Abroad. I'm your host, Richie Rich.
And this is Chang. Don't forget to hit the like, to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated on our latest videos.
And as always, don't forget to leave your comments because we always read them and we love to respond.
That's right.
Stay to the end of this video because this one is unplanned, which means there's going to be a whole bunch of bloopers, especially on somebody's part. But,
yeah, and you too.
all right, let's get it cracking. Go ahead, kick the intro. Let's get into this video. Rolling by trike. Here we go. Do you ever think that the reason I changed is because I gained respect for you? Now you're starting to listen, and now you're starting to learn, and now we're starting to get better results.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with that also. Little by little, I feel also confident now with the work that I put out. I still need your guidance for the most part because you think differently. The way I see things, it's different when how you see things.
And most of the time it turns out cool. Not every time. But look, 280 something videos, you know, you're not going to get them right all the time. So I don't know. I feel like when we started working together, for me, I feel like when we started working together, it started being something. Here's the best way to put it. When we started working together, it became fun. It was fun again. The work product you submit now is much better than what you put in before, right? Before that, half the time it was interesting. We'll put it that way. But now,
yeah,
it was definitely a process.
I definitely needed guidance. Whenever I'm unsure, I defer to you. What do you think of this? What do you think? Because I always want your opinion and approval on something. You know, it's really tough to admit that you don't know, but I'm now really starting to be more comfortable in asking questions. I think you've been pretty good with answering my questions now because it has less sarcasm, as you promised, that you're going to be less sarcastic, especially when I really need the answer. And also the way you answer me now, you respond with a question. So you always want to, help me develop that critical thinking skills, solve problems on my own, and be a problem solver and be a critical thinker. And I appreciate that about you.
The sarcasm made it worse. It actually made it worse. And then it wasn't helping nothing. I really had to table that and put that aside and just be willing to answer your honest questions that you had. And to me, I might have thought they were silly questions or something like that. But just be willing to say, okay, all right. And like you said, help you to use some critical thinking to answer some of the questions that you had, right? So I think that helped a lot as well. There's another channel where I watched their videos, and it was interesting because they had the same exact. When we started watching their video, we watched some of the videos together. They had the same exact problems. She was a little younger than you, and he was a lot older than me. In fact, I think their age gap is
37.
Like 37 years, right? But when they started talking about their relationship, they had the same exact problems. They were clashing.
We were looking at each other.
Yeah, and I was looking at her wow, that sounds
us.
It's exactly like us. What advice would you give to some Filipinas who are dating or looking to date a foreigner who's very driven, who's very self-motivated?
You know what? The only thing that I'm going to say is put your ego to the side. Be willing to listen and learn from that person. Because a lot of times, he's more experienced than you. Let's just be real. No, he's more experienced than you are. He has more years of experience. I know that age doesn't necessarily be equivalent to experience, but he's fairly motivated. He's driven. He accomplished a lot of things that you did not. So just be willing to listen, ask questions, and put your ego to the side.
Did you learn anything from doing Kevin Samuels material? Did that make a difference with how you dealt with our relationship?
Yes. Aside from, you need to be fit, feminine, and friendly, you need to be agreeable with things. Not necessarily need to be submissive, but you need to be agreeable. You need to open your mind, put your ego to the side, and if you want a man to provide for you, then you must be willing to reciprocate what he's providing. By us taking care of your man, be presentable, respect your man, be open-minded, be willing to listen and learn from that person.
I think that's a hard thing for both sides, because for the guy is thinking that same thing. Look, I've been to X amount of countries, I've been around the world, met all kinds of people, speak X amount of languages, and I'm coming here and you're trying to tell you ain't never been out of this country. And that's hard for a dude who's accomplished. There's an ego component involved on both sides, because for a woman, maybe she's been doing things on her own. She's a single mom or whatever. She's been doing things on her own, and she's been successful in her own right doing what she's been doing. And he's telling her what to do, and she's like, shoot, I know what to do. I've been doing it. So I think it's hard on both sides.
I agree. Because just like what you said, I made it on my own for 7 years. And I've been able to provide. And, you can't really accept that quick someone telling you something, telling you what you need to do, So it really messes up with your ego.
So it really took a while for us to understand each other's way of thinking. It really did. I mean, we talked about it to each other, but I think it took a while for us to get it. It really did. I mean, people really don't understand. I'm telling you guys, we were making videos, and it was like the moment the video stopped, take off our microphones, put the cameras away, put the equipment away, and I'm like, you need to leave. Yeah,
we're like strangers.
Yeah,
we're like
exactly.
we're like strangers. We're just having fun in front of the camera, but when the lights come off, we're two strangers behind the camera. So it really sucked. But
it was hard for me because I knew we had the potential to be good. I knew the potential was there, and it was hard for me because I'm like, dude, if you could just get it, we could be great. And we could be great.
And what's difficult is that we love each other.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, because for me that was probably the hardest thing of all, because I'm thinking, I really care about this woman. I want her in my life. But I don't want this happen in my life.
Yeah.
I reached a point where I didn't want to be around you. I didn't want to talk to you. You were my sole source of stress. Like literally.
I know.
You were my only source of stress. I have no other stress in my life. And you were just pounding me
Yeah, and likewise, because I never had that, I've never been in that situation where I have to put up with someone like you, which, keep telling you what to do. It gets in you get fed up, you'll get fed up, and then, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. But at the end of the day, you keep coming back to the same reason. Why did I start this channel with you?
And to me, that was the most frustrating thing of all, is that we could do it on camera, but behind camera, we couldn't do it. Yeah, we just couldn't do it. So that was tough. But I knew I loved you, and man, it was tough.
Yeah. But I think now it comes from a place of love. Everything we do now, it comes really, every time we open our mouth, it always comes from a place of love.
It always did. I think it's received. I think it's received from a place of love, or received with love now. I
mean, whenever you say something, I don't get I still get defensive
Yeah,
sometimes.
you still kind of,
I still get defensive,
but you don't react the same.
Yes,
You don't react the same as you used to. Egos can be one of the worst things for you because they can make you think that you're bigger than you are, you're better than you are, and they can ruin a lot of stuff. And I think for us, from both of us, not just you, I'm not saying it's you, I think both of our egos almost got in our way.
Yeah. I think also what happened was that when you went back home, the space, the absence, the absence of, they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. We don't wanna lose each other.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, I wanna be better, not for myself, and I wanna be better for you. I wanna be better for in everything that I do. I wanna be better. I don't just wanna be words. I wanna do words, walk the talk, as they say.
Gotcha. When did we do that video? When did we do the resolve video?
I think that was February, March.
February, March, April, May. That was the last time was it an argument?
So back then, I thought that everything that I did was not appreciated, was not, everything that I did, it's wrong. You always have something to say about what I did.
When you look back now, was it quality? Were you doing quality work?
No, I wasn't doing quality work, and always it's criticism. But I did, that's also one thing that I think I did, is to accept criticisms positively, take it as constructive criticism. I always get defensive before whenever you give me criticisms, but now I'm more open to criticisms.
I think the audience saw that you were great. You're in front of the camera, you're awesome. But they didn't see what was going on behind the camera. And I've never expected you to, suddenly become this overachiever, become this super, whatever. I just wanted you to put in the work. I just wanted you to put in the work and put in quality work to where it's work that we can use, that the audience is going to appreciate the end result.
Yes.
And I feel like that's what we're getting now. That's different than what we had before.
Yes. And I love what we have now.
It's a cool fit. When we make a video, when we're going to make a video, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. And that's what's really cool, because, man, there was a time when
I don't want to do it.
I know. I dreaded having to make a video. I dreaded that day. Goddamn, we need to make a video. Ching's got to come over. And I didn't want nothing to do with you. I really, really didn't.
I feel you, because, I'm dragging my feet to work because I know, here we go again.
Here we go again. Yeah. It's going to happen again.
It's going to happen again. We'll end up fighting because I kept fighting for us.
And you know what? I mean, here we go. You're going to keep messing with me.
Sorry.
But I really want to thank you for fighting. Because we both know if you didn't keep fighting, we wouldn't be together.
I know.
Yeah, we would not be together. So I really want to thank you for fighting, and I really want to thank you for having the faith in me, to see the vision and enjoying the vision, and understand what I felt like we can do together if we work together. I mean, before I remember you used to always say, in the videos, teamwork makes the dream work, and I used to look at you like, crazy? Did you really just say that? And because it was always a fight. Everything was always a goddamn fight. And I used to be looking at you like, man, this, I finally feel like we both get it now.
Yeah.
I feel like I get you, you get me. And I feel like I don't expect you to be up here or nothing like that, but I feel like we've learned to balance each other out.
Yes.
And that's how I feel. And I really appreciate it. And it's fun again.
Yes, it's fun.
Yeah.
That's what's important, because that's the reason why we want to do this YouTube channel anyway. We want it to be fun. I mean, when you have someone that you love and you get to do things together that are fun, it's awesome. It makes cool the burden light. It's not even a burden. I mean, like you said, we're earning a little bit of money and doing something we both like to do. And that's a pretty awesome feeling. Yeah. You help each other, you lift up each other, and it's not a competition. It's not a competition. It's not a competition. I kind of feel like it was before. It was before. Yeah. But now it was before. I don't feel like I was competing with you. Huh? But I was.
Yeah, but you were.
I was competing with you. And, you know, now I don't feel like I need to compete with you. You're not a competition. You're my teammate. So we're not supposed to compete against each other.
Yeah, we work together. We make a good video, put it out. Audience loves it. We're both happy. Going back to the Kevin Samuels thing, a lot of what Kevin Samuels talked about, I mean, that resonated with me. In my mind, if I'm going to provide and protect, the one thing I absolutely expect from you is peace. And if you can't give me peace, I don't need you. I don't care what you look like, how beautiful you are, how much money you have. If you can't bring me peace, I don't need you in my life, because all you're doing is taking away from my life. You're detracting from my life. You're not adding to it, right? I feel like you weren't bringing peace. You were just
a headache.
Yeah, you were a freaking headache. What came about where you figured out what happened?
Follow what needs to be done, especially when it comes to research abroad. And when it comes to life stuff, you always listen to you ask for my opinion. Yeah. You listen to my opinions. And it felt like I felt more comfortable. The transition or the change that we have now, I like it, because it always comes, I said it previously, it comes from a place of love now. It always has. Yeah.
I think how you accept it is different now than it was before.
I'm more receptive now.
I think you're a lot more receptive now than you were before. I think that whole Filipino face thing was really, really messing with you for a long time. Yeah. For a really long time. And I also think I think that I compounded it. And I'm just feeling like I'm just gonna tell her what to do and all that stuff. And that didn't work either. Yeah. And I think the moment, whenever it was, I don't know when it was, but the moment you decided, look, I need to bring this man peace. You know what I think? Let me be real for it. I feel like there was a day when you looked in my eyes and you saw I'm stressing this man out.
Yeah. I looked at you, and then I love you so much. When I looked at you in the eye, I love this man so much. I just want to bring you happiness and peace. And, you know, if I need to do it, I need to do it quick. Because I don't want any other woman beside you except me.
Nobody else is supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Nobody else is supposed to be there. But I'm glad we figured it out.
I know, right?
I'm super glad we figured it out.
Thank you.
Man, there was times, man, I'm telling you, I think back to those times, and the cool thing is it feels like it was a long time ago now.
I know.
That's what but it really wasn't.
It wasn't.
It really was. This is only May. This is only May. It really wasn't. But I felt like we turned a corner. I really feel like in February.
Yeah.
We turned a corner, and we figured out a lot of stuff between our relationship and whatever it was. I'm glad we figured it out. I'm glad we figured out how to make it happen. And I have fun. I just want to say, I have so much fun making videos with you.
I do.
I really do. I have a lot of fun. I know sometimes in the morning I'm a little bit grumpy.
Yes, you are.
But I come alive.
Yeah.
And but
I know how to make you ungrumpy.
Yeah, you know how to you get me. We get each other. I know how to get your attitude, get rid of your attitude when you have a little bit of attitude, and you know how to kind of make me ungrumpy, like you said. It just took a while. It took a while, but I'm glad we got there.
Yes, we should be able to put up with each other, because we'll be staying for each other for a long time.
I hope so. I certainly hope so. So look, that's our story. I know it's a little messy. It probably isn't what you guys thought. I mean, she had just so you guys know, Ching had no idea about this video. I planned it because I wanted to talk about something that was real. I didn't want her to see what we're going to talk about, and I wanted her to give authentic answers and real life answers. So she didn't know what we were going to do. But I just felt like it was good for the audience to see, because the audience is always saying, you guys are so good together and all that stuff.
Very cute couple.
Yeah. And I think it's important for the audience to know that this doesn't happen overnight. This isn't something that just happens. We had to build this. We really had to build this. And we're still building it. But it's fun building now.
Yes.
It's fun building now.
It takes a lot of hard work, understanding, and compromising.
A lot of compromise and serious. I think for both of us, both of our egos had to take a back seat.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you
Thank
too.
you. Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
said that like we was strangers, like we was shaking hands, like we just did a business, like we just did a business deal. Thank you too. Yeah, like
no,
yeah.
seriously, I really thank you, because if
Thank you too.
you said you never thought that you have this amount of patience, you know,
No, I
just
didn't.
like Mount Everest patience.
Well, I had to, and it took me a while to recognize that it was just going to take a lot more patience. But I guess if you care about the person enough, then you have to find the patience.
Yes,
You just got to find it.
I agree. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Here you go. Right. Look, the bottom line is relationships take a lot of work. I don't care if you grew up together. I don't care if you come from the same neighborhood. I don't care if it's a cross-cultural relationship where it probably takes even more work.
Yeah. It's continuous work. It doesn't stop.
It doesn't
stop.
Yeah. Choose the right one that's good for you, and you can be good for her. And keep learning, keep growing, and be willing to forgive each other, because it's going to take a lot. And you guys will be all right.
Yeah. Be willing to forgive. Always be willing to forgive.
For sure. For sure.
So thanks for watching. So if you are in a relationship like ours, drop a comment, leave a like, and share us your story.
I'm guessing there's a whole lot of stories that are very similar to ours.
Yeah, and let us know how you made it work.
Yeah. I'm definitely curious to see some of the comments.
And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated on our latest videos.
Look, you guys have been watching this video this long. You must have liked it. So hit that like button and give us a little support.
Yeah.
And as always, YouTube says the best way to help support our channel is to watch another one of our videos right after this one.
That's right. I know some of you would be like, you know, it doesn't... Hold on. I know that there's divine intervention.
Hey, let's put your hair in there. Let's still look like a homeless person.
3, 2, 1.
When did we do the resolve video?
I think that was February, March.
What's that sound?
That's my button.
Do it again.
Every time I come here, I would drag my foot. You know, I'm dragging myself.
Only one?
To feet.
I don't know why you drag one.
I'm trying to make you laugh on it because you're teary-eyed. It's 3, 2, 1. It's continuous work. It doesn't stop.
It
doesn't stop.
Yeah. Right.
Don't stop. Believe it. So, if you like this video, we have a whole bunch of other videos that are just as good, if not better. So check those out too.
In the meantime, I'm Richie Rich for Rich Abroad.
And this is Chang.
Deuces.
We're out.